You know, everybody talks about how social media can be so just hard.
Misleading.
Yeah, just a really scary place to live because of everything that you see you're comparing yourself against. And gyms want themselves to look good and have the hard bodies.
Like, I like all the social media posts because you see it's a wide variety of people working out. Not everybody's like jacked and super tone and all that. It's like people in all stages. Like, you will see that, but then you also see people like us. And I think that's important. Sorry, people like me.
Today, we have two amazing guests from HIIT4FIT in Midland, Texas. We have the owner, Amanda Herrmann, and we have Ashley Henry here, who's jack of all trades at the, do we call it a gym?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
The gym is actually
It's
The
the gym? Okay, let's roll that back, rewind. HIIT4FIT, the gym.
There you go.
Amanda has nearly 4 years of experience. Wait, 40 years? Was that a typo?
That's not a typo.
Nearly 40 years
More
of
like
experience.
38. But we're around it.
We're
getting nearly.
Yeah.
Okay, wow.
All in com-
So, ladies, Amanda and Ashley, thank you so much for coming in today.
Yeah.
Thanks for
We're
having us.
super happy.
We're really excited to learn more about your journey, your story, and more about HIIT4FIT. So I think we should just get right into it. Did you have a question right off the bat, babe?
Well, I mean, yes, but it's what the heck is Hyrox?
No, that's for later.
Yeah, I know.
Can you just give us a little bit about your history and just how you got into the fitness world?
Well, I've always been active, always. And I started off with a scholarship out of high school to Arizona State for track, but I was so burned out, I just stopped that. And then I continued to just run and keep working out. And then after I graduated, about a year after I graduated, we were transferred to Africa.
Oh, wow.
And there was a lady there teaching aerobics, and she was about to move, so I just got right into that and started getting certifications on that and step aerobics and all things. And then was running in races there, and then continued my education, started doing personal training. Then we moved to Thailand, and I started teaching PE and coaching track and basketball and soccer and doing personal training and continuing the aerobics and the personal training. And then went ahead and got my master's of sports science, undergraduate's accounting. So knew I always wanted to have a place.
Yeah.
And then we came back here, and same thing. I just continued to do the personal training and whatnot, and got into CrossFit, did some more certifications, I'm always doing something, certifying, and had the opportunity to, after I stopped going to the one gym, that CrossFit gym, to open a place. And I was like, I wish I could have done it when I was younger, but it happened, and surrounded myself with the best possible team and just went from there.
Like, how did you end up in Thailand and Africa?
It was oil and gas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we were overseas for 14 years.
Wow.
So you're native to Midland?
No.
Okay.
I'm a native Arizona.
Okay.
And then we had the chance to either move to Houston or Midland, but one of the ladies that was my assistant coach on the varsity track team, she was from Midland, and she said, if you have a choice, you need to go to Midland because it's the best place to raise your kids because you can get to all their events. You're not fighting traffic. And so we chose Midland, thinking we'd only be here for 3 years. We thought we would just, be here a short time.
Yeah.
But we've been here since 2005.
Wow, nice.
What are some of the biggest changes that you've seen specifically in the fitness industry over the years?
Well, I'm going to use an example.
Yep.
They used to say never squat below parallel. And I mean, that was up till maybe 10, 12 years ago. And now they're all
That's how
about,
you live.
yeah, it's all about squatting below parallel.
Does that mean like when your booty touches your ankles pretty
You
much?
want your hip
Yeah.
crease
Heels?
to go, hip crease to go down below the knee.
Oh.
And
Yeah,
that's
babe.
It's like knee health.
I tell you that all the time. Babe.
Drop it low, girl.
Oh, you've always got to squat below parallel. Like it's pretty much my mantra. I get it. We get it. We
I
get
can't
it.
get that low.
But now there's more studies and information and the why. I'm always about the why. Well, why, for example, when I started CrossFit here and they were telling me to get my hips below below my knees, I'm like, why? They couldn't tell me why.
They're like, that's just what we're told.
Yeah.
That's just
I'm
what he
like,
said.
well, I need to know why.
Yeah.
So for that, and then just recently, this whole everyone's up in arms about males identifying as females, and so I mean, it's just constantly changing, and who knows where we're going to be 10 years from now?
Sure.
Yeah.
But you have to stay current. A lot of what I'm seeing, a lot of gyms, not necessarily Midland's pretty good, but a lot of people don't stay current, and they're still with the old information. And
How do you stay current?
I'm constantly reading books and doing certifications. I've done every almost possible certification that CrossFit offers. I'm reading a book. Kelly Starrett just came out with a new book with his wife. I'm reading that. I'm constantly just reading information. So
Yeah, I know. I saw on your Instagram, there's so many letters behind your name. I was like, okay.
I
she
could
must
be a career student.
Yeah, she must be a professor. How about you, Ashley?
I have been off and on in the fitness industry world. My story is not as collegiate as Sarah's is.
Because I have a lot of years on you.
Yeah,
You're still young.
I've been in the fitness world and industry for about 13 years. Starting out, just participating. I dabbled in track in high school, and that was just because they didn't have anywhere else to put me. I was not athletic, so they were like, "Let her run in circles. She can probably do that."
Really good at that.
Wear yourself out.
Yeah. And then from then, I really started my fitness journey because I struggled with like mental health, and I was, anxiety, depression, all the things. And I was a heavy drinker, partier. There wasn't a lot of things going on in Midland. And so I kind of was forced, my hand was kind of forced into making a switch. And I found fitness, I found CrossFit, and it did the same thing, dopamine dump, serotonin levels that I got from like partying and being around people. I was still able to be social, but then it just really pulled into the, benefits of health, not feeling like terrible the next day, being able to function and do things. And then from then I was like, if I can like live and make money doing something that literally makes me happy, like I'm going to figure out more about that. And then that's when I started getting certifications and learning and working at a gym, and it kind of went from there. Excuse me.
I guess we should address it. Let's talk about this medal that you're rocking.
Yes. So this thing,
This old thing.
yeah, I won this an hour ago.
Oh, congrats.
So we do every year, we do a run row competition, and it is an event. We say competition because it definitely pulls the competitiveness out of people. But every year we try to gather as many people within the Midland community, not necessarily our gym, just anybody. You don't have to be involved in fitness. You don't have to be a member of a gym, but we get people together. We run and row a marathon. So there's, 42,165 meters that we're rowing. And then opposite of our row, we collectively run that same distance as well. And we put everybody on teams. So there's a team of 8 people that you haven't ever met, some people that you have met, and you just do this work together. And today, the work that I did put me in first. So
Congrats.
yeah.
Congrats
so
to you.
It was super fun though. Yeah.
That's
and
awesome.
so and then all of the it's $30 for you to participate, and then that money goes to Breaking Bread. So that's the ministry here that supports the homeless community. So we do that every year, and it's just a really awesome thing that we're able to do to give back with fitness. So
Nice.
That's
it's
awesome.
nice. Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. Super fun.
I would like to watch.
Yeah, a watch is the operative word.
Be careful if you walk in and we don't have enough people. We'll be.
You're on a team, girl. You guilted into it. You're
So-
voluntold.
Voluntold,
yeah.
Voluntold. I like this.
How most of my fitness experience.
Yeah, pretty much. Going back to sort of like, the changes that you've seen over the years, are there any sort of fads from the fitness world that potentially could come back? Step aerobics, right? Like, what's another good one? Jazzercise,
Zumba. Oh, jazzercise.
right? Sweating to the oldies, Richard
Yeah.
Simmons.
Yeah.
I took a class with Richard Simmons.
No, you didn't.
When I lived in
did.
LA. Yeah.
Hey, that is bragging rights. Like,
That was
that's
hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought
that's
it was
super
just
fun.
going to be like, doing his videos back in 8th grade PE. No, it was hard.
He wore the shorts and everything.
He wore the shorts and everything, and
Jealous.
he singled me out. He said, "You must be a dancer." And I was
Oh.
like, "I was for 18 years." And he's like, "Oh, the way you point your toes and hold your hands. I was
So
like,
you took a class with Richard Simmons, and he noticed your technique.
Yes.
Hey, girl, for life, you're gonna hold on to that one.
Was Richard Simmons hitting on my wife?
I don't think I'm his type.
Who knows? Who knows?
I just almost, no. In my opinion, I think that people are moving more towards functional fitness.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like we have over time compounded. You went from, like you said, like jazzercise, just your body, just, you know, almost like a dance movement, to adding weight. You know, you had your bodybuilders where, you know, you were doing the most every single time that you stepped into the gym. And then, you know, CrossFit has come along and really shook things up a lot, you know, with kind of doing all the things all at one time in every class. And then I feel like now people are kind of figuring out that less is more. So not necessarily going back to jazzercise, but understanding that you don't have to show up and like kill yourself every day and move the most weights to have the benefits of fitness. And you can still have the body you want without, you know, pushing weight all the time, and you don't have to be broken because you live in the gym, which I think that a lot of people have come from the like the bodybuilding world and the mental drain that comes from pushing yourself to certain physiques. I think that fad is changing. I think that the body acceptance and the body awareness thing is going to big time overspill into the fitness community and pull back some of the intensity that has been built over the years.
All right, note to self: find a way to sell all my Thigh Masters. So let's talk about HIIT4FIT. So that's your gym, but
The gym.
that's
Right,
the
thank you,
gym.
ma'am. Thank you.
Appreciate that. Obviously we know what it is, but I mean, like, for the people out there, what is HIIT?
HIIT stands for High Intensity Interval Training. And we offer HIIT. We offer strength, which is somewhat kind of like CrossFit, but we're not affiliated. We have hot yoga. We're the only gym in Midland that has infrared heated yoga. And then we have cycle as well.
Okay.
But for the most part, we're HIIT and strength.
Yeah, that's okay.
The yoga and the cycle are just kind of added extras if people have more than 1 hour, or if they need some, you know, a break from downstairs, they'll go to cycle or yoga.
So HIIT is like you're going hard for 60 seconds, and you like it's intervals.
Okay, so HIIT does stand for that. It's more interval training.
Okay.
But HIIT, we're not necessarily that. We do have programming similar to that throughout the week, but it's not always that.
Right.
When I was trying to come up with a name,
Okay.
I was like, what can we do? What can we do? And I originally was going to just be a boot camp when we started out. And I was like, okay, we are going to be HIIT, high intensity interval training. And then it was apparent 3 to 4 weeks after we opened up that, because I had the equipment, people wanted to throw the barbell around. So it just kind of developed to where we have the two different components actually working at the same time. And even though we have the strength side, we do sometimes do a HIIT strength. But yeah, HIIT as in a sense of always doing HIIT is not necessarily, that was just the name that came about.
The mission that she created, that is what HIIT4FIT stands for, has allowed her to encompass so many things, because the way that she designed her mission is that it is an all-encompassing place where she has the original content programming. She creates the programming that is going to stay changing, that will always elicit changes in your body and will always keep you safe. Like, she's always thinking about what muscle groups are we working today that we need to, you know, back off over the next day so that you don't overtrain. But we're gonna make sure that we're hitting all modalities. We're gonna include mobility. We're gonna include core. We're gonna include unilateral movement. We're gonna include intensity. We're gonna include endurance. Like, it's amazing. Like, her programming is really something. And a lot of people don't realize what she puts into it. And you will have members being like, oh, we just did this, or like, we're doing this, and why can't we do this? And it's like, but you don't know she's making you better. Like, you don't want to do HIIT every day. You don't want to do strength every day. You might think you do, but your body will not really like that.
Yeah, and you
Burn
need
out.
to
Just
be
a
able to
footnote,
recover.
I paid her to say all that.
I was going to say,
But-
somebody's getting a raise.
But she did start talking about our mission. Not only is it that, but our mission and what we try to teach to all of our coaches is compassion. And whoever walks into the gym, it doesn't matter
Has a
what they
place.
have going on their body, we're going to make sure that they get a good workout, even if we end up changing the entire workout specifically for them. That's what we're about. We wanted to develop a community where we know everybody and we know about everybody and what's going on with their body, and just to make sure that they get a good workout. And I would say that most of the workouts that are written are like out of the box, not CrossFit box, but out of the box, what you would see in a normal CrossFit or a different type of gym, because we do look, what mobility do we need to work for this? What dynamic work do we need to do for this? And yeah, so we look at the whole piece instead of let's lift heavy.
We're just
let's
going to
lift
murder our
heavy.
quads today.
Let's work for 5 minutes as fast as we can.
There's a place for that. And then we do
and
that.
we do that.
But it's not an everyday thing. And then that is when people do get injured. And then they can't, or they can come back, but they don't want to because ego is always going to be involved. Like there's never not going to be that point. So like how she said that we want to create a space for everybody. A lot of people walk around broken and hurting and back injuries, whether it's from fitness or just car accidents or life or being overweight. And the gym is terrifying for people that haven't like been exposed to it before. And a doctor's like, oh, you need to go lose weight, or, oh, you need to just go to a gym, and they have no idea what they're doing. And then everything that they do causes pain. Like, come on, like they're not going to keep going. So if we can be like, no, just keep coming. If you get injured, keep coming, like keep showing up.
We'll figure out what you can do. Yeah.
And we have amazing coaches that have knowledge through so many different scopes. Physical therapists, just overall fitness directors, oil field guys that have just been injured and have to physical therapy their way through it. Like, and then of course, this guy. So we have like this thread that, I mean, if we're in the middle of a class, we'll be in there and be like, hey guys, this is what she has going on. This is what it looks like. What can we do? And then we have like 14, 15 coaches, 16 now.
16.
That between all of the different experiences and exposure that we all had to different stuff, I mean, we get like, we need to do this, we need a flosser, you need to do this. And it's so cool being able to bring that to somebody and then be like, oh my gosh, like in that moment, we were able to get you to move pain-free and you're like, I can do this. Okay, I can do this. Like, I can't do that, but I can do this. And then they know that they can show up and it's a safe place for them. We're not going to push them because we don't know how to help them. Like, I don't maybe know, but Phil might know, or, you know, John might know, or Amanda might know. And so that's really cool to be, and also just to be able to work there, because it is kind of terrifying when somebody's like, oh no, this hurts my elbow. And you're like, what's going on with your elbow? But I'm not alone in that. Like,
Get
I can
a
be
new
like,
one.
yeah, I mean, that sucks. And you know, that's not my answer. It doesn't have to be my answer. I can be like, I don't know, but let me go ask. And to be able to have that, and that, like what she said, we have the most amazing team. And I think that that's what has really just made for our community to feel so safe, is the team that's surrounding every member. Like, you might have one coach, but you have 16 coaches telling that one coach how to help you be a better member. Yeah.
Tell us about the facility. It's
gorgeous.
a massive facility. We've seen so many photos online. You know what that means. We haven't actually been there, but it looks amazing.
We drive by it.
Yeah, we drive by so many times, and some of our friends go there. And how did that come from?
It was all a dream.
Ooh.
You know?
To Ashley to karaoke
Really
night. Got
has been, but I have a wonderful husband. And when I left the CrossFit, and I was like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? He's like, let's open a place temporarily, and then let's find a place that we can just gut, and that'll be your place. And so we did. We opened a place up, and then in the meantime, I'm looking around, and you know Midland, it's overpriced. You can't find anything. You find something, it's horrible. Well, he had just moved his office, and when he bought this office, there was a lot that went with it.
Oh.
And I said, well, can I just use this lot? He's like, no. I'm going to build a new office there. And I'm like, okay. But about a month later, he said, I think that we should just use it was his idea.
Yeah.
I think we should build something on that lot. And it originally was just going to be a little metal building, maybe 4,500 square feet. And it just got a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger.
How many square feet is the gym now?
It's 11,200, but we have about 4,500 of that is upstairs.
Okay. And then there's an outdoor area too,
We
right?
have an outdoor. We have a rig outdoor. We have
Dog
tires.
run.
We have a dog run. You can bring your dog, and they can hang out and play.
What are you looking at me for?
You could take a little fox.
You absolutely can
We
take
still have
little
to,
fox.
we still have to work. Okay, let me just, for those who don't know, I mean, let me just set expectations, right? And I don't want to classify the gym in any certain way, but this is not your your, for lack of a better term, like Globo Gym,
No.
right? This is not your,
It's group
your
fitness.
your 24-hour fitness with
No,
all the,
no.
this is like
We have a
ropes
class.
and
Yes.
it's boxes, it's
Yes.
hardcore stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Potentially, if that's what you want.
They
Okay.
can tailor it.
See.
Yes.
We're country.
Absolutely.
See, we're country club people, not Midland Country Club, but like, well, my interpretation is like,
The barn.
no, like Lifetime Fitness, where it's like, you know what I mean, where it's like it's
It's a little
A
bougie.
stair stepper.
it's
and
bougie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where we come from.
2,700 like elliptical machines.
So it's not that you're
No.
going in there to sweat,
To work hard.
and to Is there vomiting going on?
It happens.
It
happens
has
to the best
happened.
of us.
I just want people to know out there. This is like this. You're going to go down this path versus this is not just like, oh, I'm just going to hang out all day and
Read a book on the treadmill.
yeah,
No.
You are not catching up on episodes
okay.
during your workout.
No.
No. Comparatively, like CrossFit comes up so much because
Yes.
that's just what
Yes.
fitness
People
is
know.
right now. Yeah. And especially in Midland, because it's like you're either going to like a Globo gym or you're going to CrossFit. And when I came from a CrossFit gym before I came to HIIT4FIT, and I was a CrossFitter. Like, that was what I did. Lived it, breathed it, like promoted it. And whenever I went to HIIT4FIT, I was invited and they were like, you just have to go. Like, you'll love it. And I was like, okay. And then I did, because the energy and the environment was so different. CrossFit is very competitive, which so many people thrive in that. Like, I'm not taking it away. I like I said, it was my life. But the energy and the vibe that is changed when you take that out of it, and it allows for you just to kind of figure out what you need in that day. Like, do I need to push hard in this day? Like, is that what I need because I have these goals that I'm getting to? Or am I like going through something that my body just needs movement? Like, I just need to like pull back from whatever's going on in my real life and get out of my head and get that, dopamine dump that pulls me out of this dark place. So I can get back to like a healthy way of life. Or do I need to really like kick my own butt today? Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to say. I have like not the cleanest mouth, so I was like really trying to hold back on some things today. But I felt that, and I was like I was literally intoxicated by it. Like, I could not stop thinking about it. I went back to the gym where I worked, like I was an employee, and was like, I just want to go back, because like the relief that came from being able to step outside of a competitive mode and to be able to pull back and just think about what do I, nobody asked me what I needed, because I was told every day, like, this is what we're doing on the board. Like, this is what you're doing.
Yeah, everybody does the same
Yes.
thing every day.
Yes. If
Okay.
you're not first, you're last. Like, suck less. Like, and then I showed up and they were like, well, yeah, if you don't want to do that, like, we can do this HIIT option. It's a little bit less. You don't use a barbell, but it's still a mirror of like the strength workout, but maybe you don't want to work as intense today. And I was like, what? What? And then I was like, well, that's really cool. And then just the vibe, like, people were talking. It wasn't just like blood, sweat, and tears. Like, people were giggling and laughing. And I was like, this is amazing. Especially, like I said, coming from not necessarily wanting it for physical health, but needing it, a daily need. I was like, I was a new mom whenever I went there. I had a 2-year-old, and I was like, this is nice. And so I think that is huge. Like, no, it's not your Globo gym. No, you're not like just walking on a treadmill, but you can also be where you are in that day and get the fitness that you need in that day, but you can also be pushed if that's what you need. So, man, it's powerful to have that switch. Yeah.
I don't want to use the word group again, but like from a culture perspective, right? It's very like, you're going to make friends.
Oh,
it's
man,
very
It's
like
a huge community.
community wise. But if you want to be a lone wolf, you can do that too.
Oh,
Absolutely.
absolutely. We have Jorge the cop. I
he's
adore
wonderful.
him. Yes. I don't think he's ever done one of our workouts, but he shows up every single day, talks to everybody, hangs out with everybody, did the run row competition today, like is very much so part of the community, but
does
has
his
never
Invictus
done
programming.
Yeah. He has never done one of our workouts, which is totally fine. And nobody has a problem with it. He's not that guy over there. Like
He's too good for us.
yeah, no, there's none of that. Like, which is very easy to happen.
Yeah.
There's a girl that comes at 5 a.m. She does her own thing. We have a huge 5 a.m. group, which is mind blowing.
Crazies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
You lost me at 5 a.m.
I know.
Well, I'm up at 5 a.m.
They go at the middle of the night crew. Like we just sit there doing life. But so that's cool that you can come in and do your own thing without being isolated.
Just so we recap, what all do you offer there at HIIT4FIT?
High intensity interval training,
Yep.
strength training, hot yoga, and cycle.
Okay.
And then we also have the Normatec compression sleeves that are also included in their membership, so they can go, if they're really sore and they want to speed their recovery, they just go back upstairs in the recliners and use those.
Does
And-
that like
yeah.
Oh, it's amazing. Oh man, it's just air. You're like, how is this amazing? And it's just, it just fills up with air and compresses. Like we have your legs, hips, and arms. So it starts in like little pockets and builds, so restricts the airflow and then releases it. And it's like,
I like that.
It's so
Sounds like
nice.
a massage.
it is.
Yeah.
It is. It's so nice.
We need one of those.
And the big thing, bring your dog.
Bring them.
Yes.
You have childcare?
We
Yes.
And childcare. There you
Wow.
go. Bring the whole family.
Bring
do.
the
It
whole
is.
family.
Let's
Oh my
go.
gosh. So we had like that's what we were saying right before we started. Like at the run row, we had so many just families there, and the kids, playing around and watching. And I mean, we don't like let them run around, during class
Normally,
times
no.
and stuff.
Are they squatting below parallel?
They live below parallel. You want to see
Yes.
a beautiful squat? Watch a child.
Yes,
Their squats
absolutely.
are perfection. But we have Brandy's amazing. She's our childcare person, and there's people that will come to 5 and 6 a.m., especially moms, specifically that were like, I just want to get my workout in, because I have kids, and I'm like, no, you need to come during the 8:30 and 9:30 class. That's when we offer childcare. And your kid can be a screamer, like mom issues, like detachment. And she is so amazing that kid will look forward to coming to the childcare. And then that mom gets that time of knowing that her child is being loved on while she gets to just like hang out with other moms and work out and stuff like that. So
Like I like all the social media posts because you see it's a wide variety of people working out. Not everybody's like jacked and super tone and all that. It's like people in all stages. Like you will see that, but then you also see people like us, and I think that's important. Sorry, people like me.
What's happening? Okay.
We have a huge age group.
oh, that too.
I mean, I train a lady that's 85.
Oh wow,
She's been with me for 12 years.
nice.
Yeah.
We talked about CrossFit, but I'm seeing this new sort of like trend. It's called Hyrox. What is
Yes.
Hyrox?
It started in Europe, and it's just now catching on in the United States. And the only reason that we even know about it is because one of our coaches, Ricky, started competing in Hyrox and doing very well. And so I started looking into it. I was like, this is exactly what we do at the
Every
gym
day.
every day. I mean, any one of our members could go do Hyrox. So you run a kilometer, you ski a kilometer, you run a kilometer, you pull a sled, you run a kilometer, you push a sled, you run a kilometer, you do burpee prop jump. There's 8 different exercises with a kilometer run in between.
Nice.
And it's been a game changer for a lot of people a lot of people are like wanting to get away a little bit from the lifting and do this.
Okay, so first, I'll make sure I'll put the the translation or the definition of a kilometer for Americans.
Sorry, I lived overseas. I'm all
No.
kilometers,
I'm just
and
sort of
I
like,
started overseas.
yeah,
I
I'll
don't
just
even
do
know
it.
meters.
Yeah, we'll put it up there.
1,000 meters.
Okay.
Perfect. Times 3. I don't know why the U.S. is the only one to not adopt it, but it's fine. Okay, I digress.
I mean, you had me until you said burpee.
That's like the easiest part I thought.
Well,
Yeah.
wait,
I
let
just
me-
feel very awkward when I
We
do
do a
them.
lot of burpees at the
Yeah.
gym.
Shh,
And
we're trying to
people might
Oh.
not be happy about that. Shh.
See? Oh, well,
But we have modifications too.
She's like, I'm back to live
You don't
fitness.
have to do a
I'm
burpee.
just like, I feel like my arms.
so,
and my legs-
podcast is over. Thank you for coming to the
Y'all are just trying to
It
sell
is-
me on
burpees.
burpees.
Are honestly like a cuss word at the gym. You see burpees and it immediately groans, wails,
Oh, yeah.
tears, literally. Not doing that open gym. People pull the open gym card immediately when they see burpees. We're
Yeah.
not doing that. What are we subbing? Oh, my shoulder hurts. Burpee. I'm not.
elbow guy is
Yep,
back.
elbow guy shows up.
Elbow guy. But okay, but at its core, it is a competition.
yes.
This is not like
Hyrox.
it's
It
not.
is, but it's more like a you versus you competition
100%.
because the way they run it, every 10 minutes a heat will go. So you're in the middle of your workout, and you might be with professionals, you might be with men if you're a woman, you might be with a team. You never know where you're at
Yeah.
in the workout. So it's just you pushing yourself. And then when it's over with, then you can see where you end up ranking if you care to.
Yeah.
But it's just a challenge. People will do it just as a challenge. It's like people will go out and they'll go do a marathon just to see if they can finish it.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily, it is a competition, yes, but you're competing with yourself.
But also, we had kind of talked about how CrossFit kind of pulls the competition part out of you. Like I said, a lot of people live for that. Like they want that push, they want that challenge. And, but sometimes whenever you're pushing yourself to the limits under a heavy load, under heavy weights, you're being told what weight that you should lift because, the competition is like, this is the standard. If you can't do this, like you can't compete, or you're going to have to go down, or you're going to hurt yourself trying to do it because like you just want to so bad.
Or you feel bad when you leave the gym because you didn't
Weren't
do
able
the
to
weight.
do. Yeah. That's
That's a
hard.
big one.
Yeah. I feel like the Hyrox has provided the opportunity for people who love to compete, but it's kind of like the risk versus the reward. Like I want to compete, but I don't want to potentially get injured. I don't want to be out of training because I'm pushing myself to these limits. Everything that we do every day sets you up for training for it. Like I had jumped in, I was voluntold to participate, and y'all had Christine on the show. She was supposed to be. I know she's one of our coaches. She's amazing. She's so kind. Some people don't know that about her because she's such a badass, but she's amazing.
Yes.
Well, she got sick and she was trying so hard to push through it, but she couldn't. So she pulled in another ginger, and I took her spot, and I was able to on a day turn around and take her spot because of everything that we do daily. I didn't have to train extra for it. I didn't have to do anything, and then it was such a blast. Like there was no fear factor going into it. I was like, we do this. Like this is what we do. And the like how we were talking about our gym having a big age range. There's a huge age range at Hyrox. And it's so inspiring. Like you're running these laps in between the events. And like she said, you have people, there's men, there's pro, there's, just people coming in just to see what they can do. One of the ladies that was running, she was running with her trainer, a large lady, and her trainer was running backwards with her. And that this was like, we're going to train to show up and do this thing. So it gives you something to like show up daily for in your fitness. If maybe fitness is something that you don't want to do, like it is a lot for you to get out of bed and like make yourself go sweat. So if you're like, okay, but I'm going to go to this Hyrox competition, so I need to show up to get myself conditioned to go do that.
Get amped up a little
Yeah.
bit.
So it gives you that something to train for versus just the day in and day out daily grind. So it's like, no, I know that on November 19th, when HIIT4FIT is going to their next Hyrox competition, that we are training for something. Now I'm not just showing up just for my mental health, just for fitness, just to take a break from the day. Now I have like a goal. And I have 20 other people that we get to travel with and do this thing together. So now it's like an event and it's fun and you do get hyped up. And now it's not just the drudge of it. It's okay, we're about to do something really fun and cool together.
It's like each competition. Everybody knows ahead of time what the
Never
events
changes.
are. They
Always
don't
the same.
Never
change, right?
changes.
It's the same one every
Yes.
eight events, right?
Yes.
Something like that. Okay.
And which is in and of itself cool. There's no, like, you're going to be able to do it. Like, and then that you can potentially get better. Like you can, burpees were my worst event, right? I'm going to train to get better in burpees. What do I need to do? You can come back, talk to the coach at the gym. We can create strategies for you. We can help you through that.
And I highly recommend anyone that's never done it and they're going to go into their first one to do it with a partner
Oh man, yeah. Changes the
or
game.
a relay. And then you don't have to do the entire thing. You run the whole thing, but when you get to the exercise, you can split it up however you want to.
I don't think. Do you have to run if you do it on a team? I don't think so. I think you only have
The
to do 2
relay
events.
but
Yeah.
but if you are with a partner,
Yeah,
you
with
have
a partner,
to
you
run
have to
with
do the
them.
whole thing.
Yeah,
Listen, it's not just burpees though. It's burpees and what else?
a broad jump.
Thank you. Burpees and you got to jump.
I have long legs. I can
See,
probably
that's
jump
like
far.
your best
Yeah,
part.
see?
That
You
limit.
don't have to
then
do
Okay,
You
all
can
right.
do
As
less
many
burpees.
Yeah.
See?
Okay, well, all right, we're on a team now. Perfect. You're doing the burpees long jump.
What are you doing?
Watching.
Yeah, I'm doing
Do the
the
sled pull.
sled pull.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Like I
push?
put some wheels on it, some AI. Let's go. So for the person who is used to CrossFit or the CrossFit Games, are they the exact person that would jump on Hyrox?
Not
Is
necessarily.
it that type of person?
No.
Okay.
I don't think. Because I think that that's a hard shift from being able to show up and like do like the cool dumb human tricks that not everybody can do. Like CrossFit Games and CrossFit competitions, like they really love to highlight the movements that not everybody can do. The handstand push-ups, the muscle ups, things that are specific, less than 0.00001% of the population can do. Like that's super cool to see.
Yeah.
But it's not doable by everybody. Hyrox is doable by everybody, so it kind of takes out the shininess to the people that can do those things. But a lot of people who have changed kind of some perspective and some mindset of what fitness is to them, especially within the CrossFit world, like their lives are changing. They're moms now, or they've competed for a long time and it's hard on their body. They don't want to do that anymore, are gravitating to Hyrox. So there is a generation of CrossFit people that are finding Hyrox and loving it and killing it. But it's still like, it's still one of those things that like if you can do all the cool CrossFit things, you're like Hyrox.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But like I said, there's definitely a growing excitement about it because of its openness to like any fitness capability.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's very cool. Is there anything else we missed or you'd like to promote or other than 5 a.m. classes? Woof.
Oh man,
That's my class, by the way.
I have a question.
Adore that.
almost all the
group,
5 a.m. Yeah, 80% of the 5 a.m. classes because one day she does the cycle.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's an amazing class. It's anywhere from 25 to 30 people at 5 a.m. And I'll drive up at 4:30 and there will be people waiting on us.
Those are
crazy.
beasts.
I
They
work
are.
out at
It's
the
a
5
different
a.m. one, so I know if I need to change the workout, make
Yeah.
any changes. But I'm addicted to it.
Every class time has its own like little niche of people. So the 5 a.m. is just like we've had people that come at 6 a.m. and they're like, what is happening? Like there's so much energy right now. Do they know that it's 5 o'clock in the morning? But it's really cool to see the different vibes in the different classes. But also what's really cool in our facility and just the members and stuff that we have is the family unit. And people who might have come to our gym on their own to see the benefits of whatever it was that their goals started out initially, and then going back to their family and either talking about it or their family seeing the changes in their body and then doing it on their own. And we recently had a member that's been there for a long time, and his mom just started coming. And I'm not even emotional, but I'm like, I know.
Y'all are both going to make me cry.
But she was like,
This is new.
I love this.
she's like, I can't.
Clip
not
this.
always- it's
Clip
not-
this out.
He's
Clip
going to
this out.
zoom in on you.
I can't get up off the floor. Like she
Yeah.
crawling to her couch to get up. And she told her son, and he was like, Mom, like, no. And so she got a trainer, Christine.
Nice.
And I mean, started just like walking and just showing up. And then doing jump ropes. She jumped 15 times and it was huge. And she's deadlifting. She's holding a barbell.
Wow.
Huge in 6 weeks. And it was just her being like, I can't do this. Like
Yeah.
I cannot live like this. And she has grandkids. And it was like, I've got to do something different. And him being like, well, come on, let's go. They will never do the same workout together probably because he's not going to allow that to happen. But just for her to be like, I want better for myself. And he's like, well, come on.
Yeah.
And to be able to have a space to do that. Like she couldn't go to the gym and even walk. So where would she start?
Yeah.
So, and to be able to see that demographic of kids and parents and grandparents like moving together and understanding the importance of that is everything.
I love it.
I feel like I need to say something about Beverly, my 85-year-old that I coach. She has 2 rods on either side of her spine
Oh, wow.
and 2 rods going out to her hips. She had scoliosis, and she worked out with me for about 5 or 6 years. And I hope she doesn't kill me for saying this, but she's such an inspiration. When she started working out with me at that time, when she was walking, she was looking at the ground because she was hunched over.
Yeah.
And then she decided she was going to go have the surgery. And then 2 years after she had the surgery, she came back. And it's amazing. She can bend down. She can go down on one knee without holding on to anything and stand up. I mean, she's just an inspiration.
Yeah.
And she works out during the 8:30 class. So all those ladies see her. So she's an inspiration to those ladies too.
Oh, I love it.
It's great.
Good for you, Beverly.
I know.
I love Beverly. She's
That's awesome.
amazing.
It's cool.
So, listen, thank you so much again for being here
Thank you.
today and being
Thank you for
inspirations.
making me cry.
Sorry. That was not expected. Sorry. Yeah.
Remember to visit HIIT4, the number 4, HIIT4FIT, 2 I's, by the way.
Yes.
High intensity interval training.
Look
Boom.
at you.
HIIT4FIT.net.
Yay. Now you have to come.
Yes.
Way to go, Terra.
What?
All right, we have to go now.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
We need
you're
a
right.
fun workout.
Yeah, you're right.
It is fun. I love that you said that because it really is. It really, really is.
Like, I don't love going to like a Globo gym because I'm like, I don't know what
She's
to do.
learning so much.
Like, I get bored quick. Like, I need
Yeah.
that engagement.
I think for me, it honestly is like I'm not used to being in a group environment, especially
You
in the fitness
love
stuff.
group environments.
Yeah, for networking.
You get to network. Like
Yes.
it is so cool. Like
Yes.
I am blown away. But you're all on but you're all on the same level.
Which class is the best
in your
network?
workout? So like and it's funny kind of being a coach. Me and another coach talk about it all the time because there's no dollar amount what your bank account is holding on your forehead. Like
Yeah.
there's like you can tell. I mean obviously there's people are wearing Lululemon versus Target shorts. You're like, okay. But
Christine.
yeah. But I mean everybody is on the same playing field.
Yeah.
But whenever you're a part of a community, it's like a church, it's like whatever, you want to support the people that you're around.
Sure.
Yeah.
So it's really cool people making those connections, whether it's for business, which happens a lot, or people starting a business and feeling that support, like the Bavardi girls that did their, just feeling that love from an entire community because we want to see you succeed in your daily workouts, not coach like as people, and we also want to see you succeed in life. And so people, especially people that are new to Midland, I tell that to people all the time. Go get involved, not necessarily our community if that's not your vibe, but go get involved in a fitness community somewhere because they are going to support you the hardest.
Yeah.
More than a church, more than your friend that you met for coffee. Like these people want to see you succeed.
Okay.
You're here. Come on.
When she was talking about how the lady couldn't get up, she had to crawl to the couch.
How dare you? Terra.
Well, and that's like whenever people talk about being medicated, taking pain medicine or taking Advil every night, movement is medicine.
Yeah.
And whenever you're talking about kind of fads and things that have come in and out and changed, the rest, ice, compress, elevate
is meth now.
is not,
It's called
Now
what?
We got to go do meth.
Meth?
Meth.
So it's
METH.
movement. Right? So we're no longer isolating and not moving. You're moving because the movement is what pushes out the inflammation.
Exactly.
And it allows for your body to heal because you want the blood flow. Like that is what allows for your body to naturally heal. So literally movement is the medicine for pain, for injury, for your mental health, for blood flow, for everything. So if you have pain, do not avoid the gym. Like that's what you should be chasing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like the name of this episode is going to be
Meth.
Why are we all doing meth now?
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, all right. Why you should
The
be doing
answer
meth?
is
Got it.
meth.
Yeah.
Like
Perfect.
things I never thought I'd say.
YouTube algorithm.
That's coming back.
Yeah.
Meth.
I love it.
I think part of the reason, to be honest with you, like I see the Christines, I see that like Kendra was that, Kendra's.
Oh yeah.
We
You
love
have
her.
you have beasts
Yeah.
there, and I think
But
that's
you
that's
have to like look
that
at
is some
their
intimidation
Yeah, they're
for a
like
lot of people.
everybody who posts from the gym, like all the videos and stuff, like you can see it's not just
Sure.
Christine does an amazing job of also highlighting all of our members.
Yeah.
She came from, and it's very, very important to her to not, because I mean, if you do look in different places, especially, you know, everybody talks about how social media can be so just hard.
Misleading,
Yeah, just
yeah.
a really scary place to live because of everything that you see. You're comparing yourself against, and gyms want themselves to look good and have the heart bodies. And it's easy to look at a gym and a gym want to promote themselves, and they do that, and be completely intimidated by that factor. And they're doing themselves such a disservice, and they don't even know. And she's really, really great at what she does.
Yeah, she is.
But she values each individual so much, and she loves just seeing anybody in their element moving, and she does an amazing job of capturing that and making everybody feel like such a badass.
Yeah.
And because I mean, sometimes if you're not, you know, in a flattering picture, you don't want to see it, but she's like, it doesn't matter what this picture looks like. You're amazing for showing up and being here, and you're gonna rock it, and we're gonna put some
We're gonna
amazing
run those by
clips
my
to it.
publicist first. But that's okay.
So she
That's all
does
right.
a phenomenal job of making everybody just happy to be there. Because a lot of times you don't want to. You're working out. You're nasty. Like you don't want to see yourself.
My face gets so red. I'll be like, girl.
It's ombre. Like it turns into the same color as my
I'm
hair.
like
It's
a
so
tomato.
bad. Yes,
Yeah.
I do the same thing. You probably don't sweat a whole lot either, though, do you? You're not like a drip sweat, like clothes are wet.
No.
No.
Same, me neither. I don't sweat as
Like
much.
I feel like I'm super
Yes.
sweaty, but I'm like,
Same. That's why your body responds and you get like overheated. Like you don't have a good sweat response. That sucks for you. I'm in the same boat.
sucks to suck.
I say that all the time.
I know. You said
Yeah.
it earlier. It made me laugh.
Suck less.
Suck
Tara.
less, do better. I'm trying to get her
Sweat
to
more.
make it as a doormat. Like you walk in and it's like suck less, and on the way out you're like do better. But it's not in line with our mission. So
Yeah.
Listen, thank you so much again for being here. And you know what? We'll check it out. I think we should.
yay! You
Is it
should.
just a monthly membership type of thing, and it's all inclusive?
We have a punch card as well. So if you don't want to commit to a monthly membership, you can buy a punch card, and it's 10 classes, and
Oh,
it's
cool.
good for 2 months.
Yeah, and you don't have to have a membership to come try it out. Like you can just come
No.
try it out, no
Yeah, just come.
obligation. Yeah.
All right, HIIT4FIT, HIIT4FIT.net. Sign up, get your punch card, go check it out. Bring the dog, bring the kids.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Got it all.
Get your sweat on.
Or not, if you just want to turn up like a tomato.
Unless you're like me.
Yeah. So, Amanda and Ashley, thanks again
thank
for
you.
being here today. And listen, we'll see you at the gym.
Yes.
Yay.
We'll see you at
We're
the
beholden
gym.
to it.
5 a.m.
Well, that got cut out. Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's not recording.
We're not recording anymore. Darn. No, let's say this. We're excited, and we need to get healthy.
Yes.
This is two people just ate pizza last night, so you know.
I ate pizza last night.
I eat pizza.
I eat pizza every
It's
Friday.
okay.
That's the thing, though. Like, if we're exercising, we can eat more of.
Nah,
We won't feel bad about eating the things that.
chicken, broccoli, and rice. That's it. That's all I'm doing.
I'm not doing that.
You're just gonna have to start
Tell
calling him
Christine.
Arnold.
Tell Christine. All right.
Bump you up.
Oh, are you guys going back to working out right now, or what's
No.
what's
We're
up?
done
we're
fitnessing for
done.
today.
Okay, you got your gold.
I got my
You're ready.
gold. I wasn't gonna wear this the whole time, but I think I just gotta wear it for the rest of the day because it feels so
She's
good.
gonna make it into a hair tie.
Yeah,
son
why
wants it.
wouldn't you? I would take it out, would go get a smoothie, be like, oh, this old thing.
Oh, can you hold my medal for a second?
And I always tell everybody I'm not competitive until I'm like, oh, if you're not first, you're last. Because nobody remembers. and-
Second place
yeah,
is first
yeah,
loser.
Yeah.
All right, well, this episode is Suck Less. Thank you.
better.
Do math.
Do
Suck
best.
less
Just
and do meth.
Perfect. Ladies, thanks again.
Thank y'all.
Thank
This
you.
is so fun.
And we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.